Stock Trek, and this is your favorite Stock Trek girl taking you on another trek here in 2022. And on this trek, we will be discovering my top 5 space stock picks for 2022. So, starting out with number 1, we have, ta-da! Rocket Lab. No surprise there to you all. Rocket Lab is definitely my top stock pick for the space stocks 2022. It has come down significantly as far as price, so right now is a great entry if you haven't already started a position. And if you have already started a position, maybe you're even a little bit of a bag holder, now's a great time to do your averaging down and bring down your average share price and get ready to take off sometime in 2022 to the moon. Following up on Rocket Lab stock, we have Virgin Galactic. Yes, I know. Virgin Galactic has been a dumpster fire. Literally. I mean, it's just, it completely nosedived and the stock crashed. I mean, it basically already went back down to like the IPO. Yeah, it's just, it's awful. And I know a lot of you, if you already own it, who knows, you could be like 70% under, 80% under, maybe 90%, negative, holding a bag. Now, why do I recommend Virgin Galactic? Well, right now it's cheap, okay? It's really cheap. If you haven't already had a position, why not just grab a few shares? You know what I mean? I mean, it is very speculative. So only invest what you're willing to lose. I am not condoning throwing your whole life savings at Virgin Galactic, God forbid. It's a very speculative stock. It's probably one of the most speculative stocks out of my top 5 picks of 2022 that I'm even throwing out there. And it's going to take guts to hold this stock. Now, expect to hold it for 5 years, okay? With most stocks, invest for the long term. Space is hard, so this particular sector, don't expect it to be mooning overnight. If it does, that's awesome, but better to underestimate and have it overperform than to overestimate and have it underperform. You don't want to be like Elon Musk and think that there's going to be full self-driving next year.
I'm extremely confident of achieving full autonomy and releasing it to the Tesla customer base next year.
And next year comes and it doesn't happen yet. So you want to be like Peter Beck,
Because at Rocket Lab, when we say we're going to do something, we do it.
When Peter Beck says he's going to release more information on Neutron, they get more information about Neutron out. So be a Peter Beck, don't be an Elon Musk, okay? So Virgin Galactic, take a nibble, take a bite, and hold on tight. Now, next up, I want to go over Planet Labs. Now, Planet Labs is one of the top imaging satellite companies out there to provide data, and I highly recommend it. It's pretty much on sale. It has crashed a bit. Actually, all of these stocks I'm recommending have crashed quite a bit. Now, for those of you that have never heard of Planet, Planet is the leading provider of global daily Earth data. Now, they use their adorable Dove satellites. Oops, wrong Dove. I meant this one. As well as their powerful Pelican satellites. And they have revolutionized the Earth observation industry with the highest frequency satellite data that's commercially available. So, Planet's data is transforming the way that companies and governments are using satellite imagery data, and they're delivering insights at a daily pace of change on Earth. So, this differentiated data basically helps to have the big, powerful decision makers in a myriad of industries, including agriculture, forestry mapping, and the government, to make quick and responsible decisions based on correct data. And their fleet of nearly 200 Earth imaging satellites is basically the largest in history, and it images the whole Earth land mass daily. And I think Planet is just something that's going to be fantastic to have in your portfolio for 2022. It has taken a bit of a nosedive since it has come out as a spec, and it has crashed to a point where I think that the entry is going to be a good point for you to start dollar cost averaging and collecting your shares of Planet, because it is a first mover in the industry, basically how Tesla is for the electric cars. So I'm definitely backing Planet as my number 3 pick on the list for 2022. Now, as far as the number 4 and the number 5 pick, these are pretty much going to be the aerospace and defense stock Lockheed Martin. Now, for those of you that know Lockheed Martin, you're probably thinking of the military stock. You are thinking of the defense stock. You are thinking of just the Lockheed Martin that builds the jets and the helicopters and all that good stuff, for defense. But Lockheed has a different side, and that is the Lockheed Martin Space. And Lockheed Martin Space is involved in a lot of collaborations with NASA as well as the lunar mission. So they are developing some very, very cool space innovative gear and tech. And I think that it is definitely a must own for your space portfolio in 2022. The valuation is there. The stock price is fairly decent right now to get in. It delivers a fantastic dividend that is very solid and stable. And, this is one space stock that is basically like old reliable. It is just an awesome defense stock to have in your portfolio. And again, the dividends are fantastic. And, always buy more and reinvest your dividends, especially with Lockheed Martin, because this is definitely a space and defense stock champion. It's very well diversified company, and I highly recommend this going into 2022. It hasn't gained that much for the past few years. It's only recently started its slightly upwards climb. So now is a good time to jump on board and collect your dividends, while a lot of the other newer space stocks that are SPACs do not offer dividends. So this is a steady player, and I highly recommend it. Number 5. Well, there's just so many really cool space stocks out there that, I'm having a very difficult time choosing number 5. So I will be relying on you all to go ahead and help me out with this one.
Maybe the audience is a good idea.
Okay, let's try the audience.
Let's try the audience?
Let's go with the audience.
Let's see what they say. We need your help, audience. If you're ready, using A or B, vote now.
And that holds it for my top 5 space stock picks of 2022. But I do believe at some point in time, these top 5 are literally going to go to the moon. So if you have any one of these top 5 stocks that I have listed, go ahead, leave a comment below. Let me know what your favorites are and if you currently own them in your stock portfolio. Also, be sure to connect with me and other Space Day Sunday fans on Twitter, and you can find me under my handle, Stock Trek Girl.
and I look forward to seeing you there.
Until next time, live long and prosper.